catching up on everything that you need to catch up on, and you're following your weekly schedule. Okay. Any issues from your side? Alrighty. Remember, anything, anytime, any place, pop me an email and ask your questions, and we see whether we can sort it out. Okay. Remember that I can't solve everything, but I can escalate to whoever. If you're not getting any feedback or satisfaction from if you've logged a VCS, Emirates Assist ticket and you're not getting any response, please let me know that I can escalate it, that people can get back to you. Well, that's part of my job. And yeah. Okay. I've sort of got an agenda there, but I'm not going to really stick to it. The most important things tonight is to understand that I'm just going to share my screen. Where's my... I'm just sharing what I have as the latest program assessment schedule. And just having a look there that let's just see the BMAD. Where are we now? Supposed to move it. See there. No. Oh, sorry. Yeah, there we are. If we're looking at BMAD5112, assignment 1 is due on the 31st of August, according to my the pairs that I've got here. Okay. This means that we will be doing our assignment prep at our next Collab, which is in 2 weeks' time. Probably around the 17th. What's it? Let me just check on the calendar quick. Be the 18th. Tuesday the 18th of August. We will be doing our assignment prep. Okay, so that's just to get that out of the way. I'm sure that you are all working hard on your assignments. But obviously we do it 2 weeks beforehand so that there is it gives you 2 weeks to complete it. All right. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing that one. Then I'm going to go to sharing the ARC, and I'm going to cover quite a few of the points on the agenda. All right, so I'm going to go to ARC. Let me just see where that is. I think it's that one. I'm just seeing up. Okay, let's close that out. Sorry. You go back. Stop sharing that one. Sorry, I did have the window open. It seems to be eluding me now. Admin, activity, training, BMAD. Okay, I'm going to open up these ARC. Don't know why it didn't give it to me. Let us then have a look to share it. See if it comes up now. There we go. Okay, so there's two things that I want to show you. I've created an audio bit for the integrity resources. Okay, what happened is that it is a combination of both those documents. That is a PowerPoint presentation presented on campus by one of the integrity officers. And that obviously is your Bible, your academic Bible, which is your IRE referencing guide. Okay, so those two documents have produced us a 22-minute sound bit for what integrity is all about and how to use AI and things like that. So if you're still a little bit, say, in the dark about this kind of thing, please listen to that and see if you can get any sort of sense out of it. And you're welcome to ask me any questions. What these things do, it creates a podcast with two people speaking about academic integrity at the IIE, etc., and obviously it's generated by AI. So I have listened to it, and it is pretty accurate. Well, it is accurate, not pretty accurate, and it will give you some indication if there's anything that still may be outstanding in your perception about academic integrity. Okay, we know, and I've preached it all through the first semester, that it is very, very important that you master this thing in this semester. Okay. It's pretty comprehensive and pretty self-explanatory. All right. Any questions on that? Put your mics on, please, and ask me if there is. Okay. Okay, then, as you know, that the first ICE task is due on next Friday on the 7th, or this Friday on the 7th. Okay. And it's all about a sort of a refresher course on Duga. Okay, so ICE task 1 is basically an introduction to Duga, of which probably most of you that wrote online knew already. But because of the problems that the Results Center has sort of, and the teaching and learning people have picked up, there seems to be a little bit of a vacuum in the way students answer questions. I think maybe it's the typing, that not all students can type all that quickly as they write. So the mark allocation and the content that the students are giving doesn't seem to add up. Okay. In some cases, it's very good, but it's sort of generalizing it. Students seem to be having a problem with that kind of thing. And so therefore they've asked me to do ICE 1 and ICE 4 will be Dugas. Okay. There was an instruction that we only give you 2 ICE tasks, but I said to them, if I do 2 ICE tasks on Duga, I don't have ICE tasks which cover the content. Okay. So I'm taken ICE tasks 2 and 3 into 1 ICE task, and it's quite a comprehensive ICE task. Okay, but your input it's activities. It's not discussion questions like they were in the first semester. So it's pretty short and sweet what you've got to do. It's quite a lengthy document, and I'm going to go there. I've already uploaded it, and you can see that the submission date is only the 25th of September, so it's still a way away. Okay. Again, it needs to be referenced, etc. You only have to use your textbook for ICE tasks. Okay. I wonder if it's going to show it, but let me try anyway. Okay, so there it is, and you'll see it's oh, is this the one? Okay, hang on, wait, let me see. Doesn't look like it. I uploaded the wrong one. Oh dear. Just hang on. Let me see. Okay. Let me stop sharing there. Okay, I'm gonna just go to that semester 2, 5112, online ICE. And I'm gonna open that one there. Okay, that's the right one. I'm not sure why I uploaded the incorrect one, but I'm gonna go this and I'll just delete the other one and put this one in its place. Okay. Let me go back and share it. That one we can close. Oh dear. Okay. I'm just going to briefly take you through it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to also put in an audio clip to explain it for you. All right. So you'll see that it says iStars 2 and 3. And there's learning unit 1. I've tried to cover all the learning units. Okay. And that just gives you a synopsis of the learning outcomes that are required. Once you've finished, you should be able to comply with the learning outcomes. All right. Then part A, you'll see that it's like scenario 1. Again, everything is case study based. Okay. And then there's two little case studies there. And then operation systems, the transformation model. Then it says explain, complete the table below by identifying and explaining the 4 components of the transformation model as applied to golden crust break. Okay. So there you got it. How you complete it and submit it is entirely up to you. So if you want to copy and paste this table or you want to redo the table, it's up to you. All right. So in the inputs for raw materials, human resources, okay, of the component, then you have to put an example there in 1 and 2. Okay. So it's for the whole transformation model. It's the input, the transformation process, the output, and the feedback. Okay, then the next one is just in time. Okay, it gives you the case studies, the case study, and gives you what the activity is, map the 5 stages of the project lifecycle. Okay, directly to specific operational activities in KC Solar. I must perform the 50 household project, stakeholder and risk management. Okay, so then complete the risk management matrix by identifying 3. There's 3 There's 3 risks that have been identified: impact on the stakeholder and the operation. So what are you going to do to manage those risks? Okay. And then there's the business communication module or chapter. Okay, there you have to PACER framework. Apply the PACER framework to analyze Zanelli's original failed proposal. Okay. So there's the purpose, audience, context, ethics, and resources, the failure identification or the original pitch, and then the recommended strategy, the new pitch. Okay. Remember, obviously, I'm going to give you feedback on this thing once you've submitted it, if you submit it on time. Okay. So there's a lot of reading to do in it, but there's also the activities. As I said, the activities are short. Okay. There's stakeholder and risk management for your project management for those 2 knowledge areas. Okay, and then it gives you activity 4.1, pace of framework analysis, purpose. Okay, failure identification, recommended strategy. Okay, and that's basically it. So when you're tackling it, and if there's any questions while you're busy doing it, please let me know. Okay. Any questions on that? I'll upload it now. When we finished with this, I'll upload the correct one. I'm not quite sure why I didn't put the correct one there. Let's go back to ARC. Okay. Why is it not giving it to me? Let's just file this now. No. There we go. We just click on the right tab. Okay, so that's basically how we're going to tackle the ice. Okay. And then the fourth one will be another Duga exercise, and it will be on, hopefully that's why it's only going to be the last one, is because they still got to create the ice task, or they have to create an ice task on Duga for you to complete on Duga, just to refresh you before you write your exam. Okay. Remember that it's still optional. I know it sounds like, in the way we're going about it, it sounds like the online assessment platform is sort of compulsory, but it's not, because not everybody has the facilities to be able to do their work at home. All right. Let's go back. Okay, can I ask you, are there any questions? Any questions? Okay. Then let me just upload it. Okay, let me just stop this and then chunk it as they've asked me to do. Okay, stop.